Hello and welcome to the Thread of Gentlemen.
Hola, amigos.
Let me tell you, we've got a full house tonight because as well as Johnny, Ben and Charlie, we are joined by the comedian setting London on fire right now, Mr. Sam Golin. How you doing, man?
Hello, guys. Yeah, I'm good.
I'd like to apologise to everyone. I've had a bit of a cold this week. That's why I sound so nasally. But it does come with a story because I was round my parents' house helping to move a sofa, right?
Go on.
Mm-hmm. And I had a cold. And I blew my nose, and it was one of those proper ones. You know where like you blow your nose and your entire brain moves? Yeah. I gave birth to a jellyfish nasally, is what happened. So anyway...
It's the afterbirth of a face hugger that didn't work.
But then you know what you do? You take an inspection, you have a look. As I was doing that, their fucking dog jumped up and ate the lot.
Oh, that's so gross. Like off the face?
No, ate the tissue. Oh. And I know that was like the
love dogs,
dude,
man.
that is so gross.
That is like the daily calorie intake for that fucking
somebody actually
pup.
clear this up for me? I actually have heard that dogs will eat your fucking corpse no matter how much they love you.
I know, I thought that was cats.
Cats will definitely eat your corpse.
But cats.
I don't have a dog or a cat, but if I did and I died, I would want them to eat me.
I thought you were going to say, but I will eat your corpse.
I'll eat your corpse, bro. I'll try anything once, but like I would want to be eaten by my closest loved one.
You genuinely gave me the fucking sickest idea there. Is it if you could just sign yourself up for that, I'd actually get a tattoo somewhere on my body, maybe like on the foot, which would be like a dog bowl. Written on the side of it is Bon Appetit.
But
Yeah, so he
all
could
of it
just
for a
start
pun.
munching through that.
Go for the groundwork.
Man, I hope my dog gets this.
Hello and welcome to the Thread of Gentlemen,
A podcast where we take a kamikaze dive into the best.
and often worse tales the internet has to offer.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Ben.
I'm Charlie, and without any further ado,
I think we need to get this show started.
Who wants to hear about a shit on a parked car?
I would love to hear about shit on a parkour.
Better than
Parkour?
Parkour. Had a stroke, did we?
Before we start, I had talking about people shitting on a parked car.
I like where this is going.
I had a friend who quite recently had a seagull shit inside his car.
We're having gorgeous moments today, man.
He was telling me like, he was having a really bad day. Like loads of things were like really badly wrong with work. And then, just kind of like a bird somehow shit inside his car.
So was the bird inside the vehicle?
No, I didn't really ask, so I was just laughing. Door was closed, window open, and then just kind of like bird poo just hit that kind of like perfect angle.
drive-by.
Because
to
seagulls
get
are
inside.
legitimate cunts. Who wants to hear about the shit on the car?
Yeah, bring it.
After one night of carnage at a student union, it's not really carnage though, is it?
Yeah, but student times that's any partying is
It's like piss and
hardcore.
whinge.
Carnage is what you say to sub in for not having done anything with your life yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you know what?
Yeah.
The thing is, actually, Carnage is the name of the shitty student club in that town. That's totally what they fucking call it. So
Yeah, you're not
anyway,
wrong.
back to the pooey car. So me and my mate were doing a long pissed walk back home. Yeah.
Good times.
You know, it's funny. At the peak of my health, I wouldn't do a long walk. But I've done savagely long walks while fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, with a Subway.
Yeah.
And, have you ever done it as well where you've gone and got food and you're like, I'm going to be like an animal. I want to take this back to my cubby hole to eat it.
Yeah.
I'm not eating this on the street. But you're like 4 hours of walking and you're like, yeah, it's still going to be warm.
See, on those journeys, I'm always so pissed that I'll go and buy a kebab, and then at some point, I've lost the fucking kebab. I get home and I'm like,
Why is it
I'm
now
sure
a
there was a
shoe?
kebab.
I've got somebody else's shoe.
In reality, you ate it in the first 100 meters.
Definitely.
So anyway, long pissed walk back home. Suddenly, out of nowhere, he leaps onto the roof of a parked car, drops trowel, and curls out a hooting great turd right there on the roof. Legend.
Yeah.
Legend. Just no explanation. Fucking love it. I
Yeah.
think I've met this person.
What's going on in that guy's head?
Doesn't matter.
revenge.
What's
Yeah.
going on is I need a poo.
That's a citron saxo.
Here we go.
I can't imagine that it wasn't even a steady walk up. It was like stop and then like the 2 feet at the same time, bonnet. He's in absolute bits laughing. I'm in shock, trying not to hurt. Absolutely no need for this. But in his pissed up state, this act made perfect sense. I don't even think you need to be pissed.
Yeah.
Just shit on the car.
I mean, like, if there's malice behind it, then yeah, you know, like the Amber Heard situation, but you can't just walk past someone's car and just do a shit on it.
I want to know, did he say where this was? I want you to have the listener that's the owner of the car.
Oh,
So I mean, if there's a call out, if you can do some kind of call out to be like, if you owned a car with a poo on it whenever this was.
That's England. That's happening now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It
I
happened
don't
this
feel like
morning.
this happens in London that much.
As we kept walking, the dump he'd left on the car underwent a metamorphosis in our drunk minds. Oh, I thought you meant like for real, just sliding down the windscreen.
Like turns into gold, like alchemy.
We must return for the golden poo. What if a car owner gets up to go to work in the morning and sees a turd on his car roof? Yeah, like what? You just says you got to poo on your car.
Oh, so they're like imagining what's going to happen.
Yeah. Nothing. It's just shit on your fucking car.
Anger is what's going to happen.
No, the thing is, at that time in the morning, you're really just in a haze, going to get in your fucking car, start driving, and it's the guy behind that's going to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no windscreen wiper washer that gets that. Like you are spreading that like Nutella on the windscreen.
No, just walk away, leave the car, abandon it.
Yeah.
So you've got me on this now, and they've got me on this. Like, what happened? I need to know.
Honestly, the guy came out of his house, was like, oh, fuck. Scraped a poo off his car. And like got on with his life.
For his sake, that it was
I
winter,
don't think you
so he
can
could've
get
just
on with your
knocked
life
it.
after that. I need to know.
Imagine if that wasn't the first time it happened to him either.
Yeah, if it's...
He's just like the first thing he said. Yeah, innit? He's just like, fuck, Mum. She's like, I swear it wasn't me this time. It's like, you can fuck off. What if he gets up in the morning and he sees it on his car roof? What if he's been having an argument with his neighbour or has just broken up with someone? Wow, okay, they're really feeling for this guy. You maybe shouldn't have shit on the car. Or go back.
They're going to start a cycle of revenge.
Oh, they are. This is going to end in like some awful, hilarious stories. And if you woke up one day with a poo on your car, please send your story into stories.
Bro.
That's the weakest link you've done yet.
No. There's weaker to come, don't worry.
Okay.
Well, suddenly the turd left steaming on the Renault roof. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a Clio for sure. Becomes something so much more. Wow, they're good writers, these guys.
Yeah.
That's a person like that can take a shit and literally go, we got a novel.
Yeah.
World's
Yeah.
top
There's a
diva.
whole-
That's exactly what makes a good writer, Ben.
That's clearly not a writer. Often I think about this turd and the implications of its existence. Do more with your life.
Yeah.
For sure. What acts did the car owner himself perform as revenge against those he thought were responsible? Well, that's fucking like if you can identify a poo and start acting on that, you're either a genius or a nutter.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I work a job where I have to share the toilet with the customers, right? And over time,
Okay.
I feel like I can tell a lot by the scent, the aroma from the toilet. Like sometimes I've gone in and I've been like, this guy beats his kids for sure.
Are you ready?
You know, it's 11 a.m. Why is it's vodka and steak?
It's a sad, dull smell.
Yeah, and if you're close enough, like if your relationship is close enough to be like this person, this is a pointed, targeted thing, I think you could be like, yeah, you know what? Pineapple on pizza. Yeah, this is fucking Susie. I'm gonna go shit on her fucking family.
Yeah.
This one has been sent in from T.
Nice one, T.
Thank you very much, T. If you have a story, please send it in to stories@thethreadofgentleman.com.
#plug.
Hashtag plug, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Like and subscribe on YouTube, all of the usual thing. This one's called Brad's Christmas.
Nice. Go on then, do it.
I firmly believe there are two types of people. Those who stay home at Christmas Eve and get cozy by the fire with Christmas films, and those who view Christmas Eve like a bank holiday and get firmly fucked up from lunchtime onwards, knowing that they won't be seen until the crack of moon the next day. So the crack of noon should be.
I like the crack of moon.
So, like, I've always had an issue with this. Like we all, like, a friendship group, like, we always used to go out on Christmas Eve, and, like, I never liked it.
No, I don't want to be out.
Yeah, like, Christmas Eve is the time, like, you do, like, crab ball games with your family and stuff like that.
I don't even like being out now.
Yeah, fair
I want
point.
to be in. I just shut the front door in the world and just masturbate and fucking eat.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
Okay, so these guys are the latter, so they just want to get fucked up.
Fair enough. Do you
Fair
think?
play.
Which, touche. So after some pubs, a whole group of us is back at mine. Ring of Fire, shot roulette, the works. Nice.
Ring of Fire. I haven't played that in a while.
What's Ring of Fire?
It's
A drinking game, like cards go down, and basically the rules are you just drink fucking loads.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you got a 7. Drink. Oh,
Yeah,
you
do
got
you know
a
what I
9.
mean?
Drink.
It's one of
Oh,
those.
you got 2 aces. Suck my dick. I mean, drink.
It's basically, whoever said let's play the game, they just kind of make up the rules.
Right.
It's like every drinking game ever.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So at some point, my mate Brad passes out on the couch and we crack on. As the evening or morning progresses, a few of us drop out and it's only the hardcores left. Bold thinking you're in that group.
Yeah.
Booze and games done, we decide to make merriment with Brad. The pack of Sharpies come out.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Well, at least
on
it's
Christmas
that.
Eve.
At least it's that, and not just like bumming him or something.
That's where your head went. I love it. Right. Bumming him with the Sharpie.
Can't wait for that to stay. So we garnished that man like a bitch. We're talking swastikas, black panda eyes. The entire left side of his face was a massive veiny cock.
Wait, sorry.
Merry
Swastikas
Christmas,
first?
pal.
Yeah, they went right in. It's just like, I don't know. Where do you go from a swastika? Like they did like a fucking perfect portrait of Pol Pot on his back or something.
Like,
That's like starting with pudding, and I realise I'm just pronouncing swastikas with pudding, but
Well, yeah, in it for a penny, in it for a pound, right?
or a rent mark.
Where is down from swastika out of interest?
down from swastika.
Yeah.
Literally any other symbol.
But you don't do it quick after that because you can't do you've got to do like a really detailed fucking asshole in the middle of their forehead. Like the balloon knot style.
Yeah.
Just
Little worm hanging out.
yeah. Just a scabby butthole. Carry on.
The next morning, Brad awoke to his quiet passed out house, checks his phone and realizes he's late for Christmas dinner with his grandparents. Like an absolute loon, he doesn't look in a mirror before he books it out of the house and walks to his grandparents' house down the road.
Oh no, with swastika
mistakes
on
have been made.
his face.
He probably thought the people beeping the horns at him on the way were wishing him a Christmas cheer, or he was too
no one's
hungover
done
to
that.
notice. But when he got to his destination, his family definitely noticed. Turns out the older generation weren't too happy about to be presented with swastikas on Christmas Day. Phrases like ruined Christmas were bound about. You get the gist. Jesus Christ. Literally. Anyhow, that's already fucked, but there's more. Brad gets home after texting us various obscenities and gets to work sorting his face. Cleaning detergents and abrasive rubs help to fade our masterwork, but not remove it completely.
No, that's had 7
Sharpie
hours to
stuff
work its way to
stay-
the fibres.
Yeah,
of your
do you
skin.
know what I mean? That stays in you. He sits back at the end of a trying day, resigned to a full day of facial scrubbing tomorrow. Then his day gets dramatically worse when he sees another little present we left for him that I didn't tell you about earlier. It's going to be a poo, isn't it? You see, we hadn't started with his face. Where did you start? In fact, he was so comatose that we'd taken his trousers off and coloured his legs in entirely black.
He actually walked down the road not realising he wasn't wearing trousers.
3 Sharpie pens were used in the effort. It had taken ages. And then we'd slipped his trousers back on, knowing he'd be none the wiser.
Dude, if you slept through that, drink less.
Make better choices, man.
Well, he's learned the lesson now, do you know what I mean?
It also sounds like all his neighbours are like pro-Nazi.
Yeah.
Honk it. Hey.
Love it, man.
I'll give you Mein Kampf.
But yeah, imagine scrubbing your face for hours after ruining Christmas with Nazi symbols, going to bed and finding that back in the shower, pal.
Oh,
Terrible friends, but I'd probably do the same.
Oh, I fucking love
there are
that.
going to be bits that you miss for a while. Isn't
Yeah,
there?
no
between
doubt.
toes and ball sacks. It's just
Between bull sex.
yeah, because we've all got 3 ball sacks, right?
Yeah. Oh man, Sammy G, what you got for
Let's
us, man?
go. All right, we've got the diver from
The
Chris.
diver.
Holy diver!
Sorry.
It's like Vic Reeves over there.
It's my Elton John version of it.
All right. There is no CCT of this, as it happened in Malta a few decades ago, but I swear to you it's true. Straight out of the gate, how many stories do you guys get where they provide you with the CCTV footage of the events?
Thankfully, none.
I love the fact that people just with zero creativity are like, oh, this happened to Helen. We've changed her name for the thing. You're like, yeah, it's fucking Helen.
Yeah.
All right, my mum and dad went on holiday and are staying in a posh, all-inclusive hotel in Malta. My folks were well-to-do people, so my dad was dressed in his suit with his trilby hat on his head. They get to a hotel and they're being shown through the courtyard and pool area up to their room whilst the attendant takes their baggage.
Sounds like the start of the Madeleine McCann story.
My dad, admiring the facade of the hotel, wasn't looking where he was going and went straight into the deep end of the pool. Complete submersion, just his hat bobbing down to the shallow end. My mother nearly died of embarrassment as my dad was fished out, sopping wet in his suit, and hurried up to his room to get dry and changed. She was furious, angry at the embarrassment and potential peril that diving in your suit presents. She's giving him a hard time for the rest of the day, and by the evening he slopes off to the bar to go for a drink. On the way down, he's trying to work out exactly how he fell in and decides to go back for a look. Approaching from the other side this time, he has to make his way through some potted plants to get there. He trips, and you guessed it, splash back in the fucking pool.
It's on a tally chart.
The double diver, right? I bet that walk back up to the hotel room was a long one. My mum didn't see the funny side of this for years, and I mean years. A tension that was thankfully broken when my son, who was playing guitar at my dad's funeral, dedicated a song to the pool lifeguards. Okay.
I love this family.
Years! She didn't see the funny side till he was dead.
No, this is what's great about this podcast. This guy's like, I am going to fucking lionize how funny this fucking story is.
Fuck me, that's
man.
great stuff.
That's brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That man might be my hero.
Yes.
Like, that kind of schadenfreude doesn't happen a lot.
And like the fact that, you know, things are always funny when you're not allowed to joke. It's like a fart at a funeral. There's nothing funnier.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like we didn't know what we were getting when we picked. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like we've gone from like shitting on a stranger's car.
Yeah, which is what that dad did.
Just like covering a friend in like Nazi propaganda to like, oh, my dad had a silly little slip in the pool and my mum fucking hated it.
But we got the final laugh this.
Your grandchild loves it.
What a fucking legend that grandkid is, by the way. I wasn't even there for the joke, but he was like, just do it. Just fucking do it. How I told you. Yeah, C sharp, B minor.
This one is called Roy's Dad's Secret, and I already don't like it.
I hate this already.
It's not got a great start, does it?
It's not. This is sent in by Fred. Thank you, Fred. Gee, if people have got stories, where can they send them, Charlie?
You should send 2 stories at thethreadofgentleman.com. As well as checking us out online.
pro.
LinkedIn, you know, other places you might
Not LinkedIn. Definitely not LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, MySpace, Bebo, all the normal places.
Fucking
You know.
we're getting OnlyFans soon. It's just going to be the pod, but naked.
When I was 12 years old, I had a friend. Let's call him Roy. Because I know if I actually said his name and he stumbled upon this, he would hunt me down and smother me in my sleep. Okay, so maybe his name isn't Roy. Roy was always a weird kid, but to me, his parents were even weirder. They barely ever talked, and whenever I went round to his place, they acted as if the other parents didn't exist. So I guess that's if he bought his parents.
I wasn't friends with people for long if their parents were weird. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to end up as like a piece of taxidermy in the house. It's just, don't have weird
I'm going to end up in between the mum and the dad in a place I don't want to be.
You got to kind of trust your gut on that, don't you?
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Get out of Dodge.
Yeah. Especially if the last name's Fritz.
We're doing so well.
There again. Right, anyway. I remember asking Roy about this a couple of times, and he would always give me some vague answer like, my parents are just going through a tough time, or they never used to act like this. Me and him were really stumped because just months prior they'd been fine with each other. This bamboozled the two of us for a good while. Don't worry about it, man. It's your friend's parents. It's going to be all right.
Not your problem.
But one day I met him in school and he looked absolutely over the moon with himself. Of course, I asked why he was so giddy all of a sudden, but he said he wouldn't tell me until school was over and that I needed to come round his place after school to see what he was so excited
Leave
about.
the fucking hat.
Yeah. Okay, so when I came round to his, lo and behold, we travelled up to his dad's study.
Oh, leave.
Leave.
This
This is a room that I've been in quite little, so you can imagine my surprise when he whips out the largest, veiniest dildo I've seen in my entire life
I didn't think it was going to go there.
from one of his dad's drawers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
He brandished it in front of him with his thumb and his forefinger, like a big fucking biro. And for some reason, Roy thought this was hilarious and proceeded to wave it around like a giant floppy sword.
Not hilarious.
Whoa. How old are these guys? He lives with his dad.
Yeah.
He says when he was around 12 years old.
When you're 12?
Yeah,
That's a killer fucking bit. This is a huge
Sure, but
dildo.
it's Papa Cock.
I'm going to level with you.
That adds to it.
I'm 33. That is still fucking hilarious.
I'm getting out the fucking dildo house. I don't know about you. And the kid's like, this is what you wanted me to come over for.
Yeah, you're going.
I would call everyone I fucking knew. I'd be like, bro, like, dad likes it big.
From there, it all started clicking into place a little bit. I assumed that Roy's mum had come upon that beauty when she was cleaning his study, and Roy's dad hadn't thought to get rid of it.
This guy's writing this on purpose.
Yeah. I suddenly remembered that they're having marital issues. I kind of skipped that whole bit.
Right, fair enough. Well, I mean, if that wasn't obvious from the fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. I mean, like, I know it wasn't...
No, because it's not a simple fucking rabbit. This is a dinosaur cock.
Yeah.
This is a big boy.
But
Yeah.
sometimes, look...
You're hunting for pleasure.
There is no right way to have sex. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe...
No, but there's some wrong ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it in the belly button. That would be the wrong hole.
Unless it gets you off, then fucking fiddle with the belly button, bro.
Unless it's an outie, because you're not doing anything.
Yeah,
with
but
an
that's
outie.
disgusting. No
I am a
offense.
human and I want nothing to do with you.
No offense, you freaks.
What do? Cut it a meter away from your stomach. Like,
Anyway. So... he suspects that Roy's mum had come upon that beauty when she was cleaning his study. Roy's dad hadn't thought to get rid of it. He was always a little bit stubborn like that. My suspicions were only confirmed a few years later when I was over at Roy's and tuned into a whisper-shouted conversation between his parents. I love that, like really angry whispering. I couldn't hear most of it, despite my eavesdropping. Roy was absolutely pummeling some Nazi zombies on Call of Duty.
Nice.
And being very vocal about it.
fuck it, Nazis.
I know.
Yeah.
When he said pummeling, I went to a different place. So I'm happy it's virtual. Sounded better in my head. Anyway. So he couldn't really hear the argument, but the few snippets he did hear were dildo, gay, and divorce.
That's sad.
Man.
Unless it was the dad being like, look, I'm gay. I want a divorce.
Maybe it's a
That's a
rebirth.
happy ending. I'm keeping the dildo.
Let's go with the happy ending. It works.
Yeah, you wouldn't be like, look, there's a parting gift of a reminder of what you can't do for me.
Yeah. I'm keeping the fucking Tyrannosaurus
That's
cock.
exactly what I would do. Well, I don't want it spin up my ass. So, apparently, me and Roy drifted apart slightly over the years, but whenever we talk about it, he finds it hilarious to bring it up in conversations like it didn't mentally scar both of us as children.
Good for him, man.
I don't have a problem with that. Dildos are
I found a
funny.
dildo and my parents divorced.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless he's
get over it, man.
Unless he's always bringing it up in a, like, there's no appropriate segue, do you know what I mean? Unless it's like, what are your Christmas plans? It's like, do you remember when my dad
Do you want one sugar or two?
I'm trying to watch the movie, Roy.
This is the birth of my child.
This is a really good one.
What we got?
This is the guiltiest faps from Reddit.
Right.
So this is a list of from Reddit of the guiltiest faps.
This is going to be bad.
Clues in the name.
Yeah, because it's like defined as guilty.
But also, Reddit.
Yeah. Anything from Reddit.
This is the story of
Feel bad.
This is the story of how two serial killers meet. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so this one's called Hotel California.
Okay.
I was on a holiday in California and I hadn't fapped in a month. What's wrong with you? Shower. My hotel room was on the 14th floor of the building. You haven't gone for a month? No, I'm not buying that.
I think I'd pass out.
Do you know what I mean?
Fucking.
Just so full of cum.
Yeah. How did the plane take off? Fucking heavy balls, man. Jesus Christ.
So my hotel room was on the 14th floor of the building and the rooms next to me were empty. So yeah, I fapped on the balcony. All right. About midway through, I got this weird idea to finish through the railing and have it rain jizz on the ground below.
Dude, this is your first fucking wank in a month and you're just ruining it.
He was fucking a balcony as well.
So I did it and it was a huge load. Little did I know that my room sat above a walkway. After finishing cleaning up, I got the munchies and decided to head down to the lobby to get a snack. And at the front desk, there was a 20-something couple who were talking about how this bird took a massive dump on their heads as they walked on the walkway. The biggest oh fuck moment of my life. I still feel bad about it to this day.
Yeah, bro, you fucking sexually assaulted a couple of 20-year-olds.
Do you know what I mean?
Literally threw flubber off a balcony.
That's Migs from Silence of the Lambs. That's some fucked up shit.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, I just genuinely want to know the size of this mega load that this guy dropped.
After a month.
Yeah,
it's the
that's
old-
got to be horrendously large goo.
Yeah, Peter North 8 roper, you know, like a serious...
At a certain point, that's just got to be...
Guys, we're all in our 30s. We can all admit, no matter how long you go without, it kind of caps. There's no scary movie like It's a
I haven't run the
Family.
experiment, man.
Have you ever?
No, I don't know what the longest I've been. It's probably like a week.
Honestly, Ben, my advice to you, go for a month. You might feel differently.
I think I'll be a new human being. I think I'm physically changing to another person. I won't be fun anymore.
You keep wanking. I like you the way you are.
That guy joins a cult for sure. Fuck, you need me wanking. I promise you. I'm literally helping society every time I knock one out. This guy knows what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's a t-shirt.
Never pointed me like that again. This one's called Black Beauty.
Don't like it. Don't want to be it.
This is Reddit. This is danger zone.
Go for it.
Alright,
man.
while directing for a children's theatre company. Start again, move on. I spent 6 weeks with no privacy. Okay, good. All the actors were staying in this dormitory style room, like 12 guys in one room and 12 girls in another. We all shared one bathroom, so our showers were timed. There was no place to get away from everyone, ever. So I ended up out in the barn in the middle of the night in -2 degrees in New Hampshire, doing a stand-up fap with a coat and a hat in front of a horse who stared at me indifferently. It started badly, but yeah, fair play. You did the right thing.
I mean,
You left the situation with those kids, do you know?
I'll literally, like, if it's fucking -4 outside and that's the option, I guess I'm getting cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, the kid's getting cold. You know?
pay the bills.
yeah, I mean, I'm glad there was no children involved. I feel like the horse might
I feel like you
disagree.
should never
horse
have
suffers.
to preface a sentence with that. It's an automatic setting.
I mean, if you're already outside,
This
just
guy.
go more outside.
Yeah,
Do you know, like, go outside the barn.
just fucking...
So what you're basically prescribing there is a wank in the woods.
Yeah, I think
A wank.
No, that's
taking a
creepy, by
wank
the way,
in the
but, you know,
woods.
like...
But like, I think that kind of makes you invincible, especially in like horror movie tropes. Because imagine, you know, Jason's coming up behind you. You're wanking in the woods. Jason's going to be like,
Yeah, you leave him.
Not this guy.
I'm going to back away.
I used to live in Ealing Broadway. I used to get the 207 home from work every day. And every day I worked a late job, right? It was like finish at like 11 or midnight. And get off the bus. And on Ealing Common, there was a guy and he would wank on the same tree on the common every day. But what always got to me was like, your listeners can't see this, but he was like...
They've
pushing-
got very good imaginations.
yeah, I can imagine. He was like pushing, he had always had the same hand on the tree and he was like... It was either like he was bending the tree over for his pleasure or like he was like... Don't fucking look at me. Like, he didn't want the tree to judge him.
Either way, it's some urban spiritual shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or was he trying to hold the tree back like the tree was going to attack him?
I'll finish myself.
Call that word.
Right, I'm going to read the next one, and I don't want to because it's called macaroni and cheese, and I've got like a real good craving for mac and cheese at the moment.
Yeah.
And this is going to ruin it, and I don't want to know about this. I once cooked up a pot of macaroni noodles. I buttered them up and stuffed them into my plastic Hulk Hogan mug.
It's getting weird already.
Yeah. It's getting worse.
Stuff it in, brother.
I covered the top with a few layers of saran wrap and secured it with some rubber bands. I then took this mug to my room, tore open a hole, and fucked the warm buttery noodles until they came.
What are you doing, brother?
Now listen here, brother.
He's fucking a cup of...
He's fucking a cup of macaroni and cheese. All whilst listening to Metallica and watching porn in silence. A fraction of a second after the deed, a horrible feeling of disgust, shame, and guilt washed over me. Rightly so.
After the deed.
Absolutely.
Because you did everything wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that is post-nut clarity, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You look back and like, that was a mistake.
Do you know what? We've all been there where you have the post-nut depression. That's got to be about as low as you can get. You're looking at a situation going, fuck.
Sorry.
It's more creative.
Like, look, you're hungry.
Yes.
You put on some instant mac and cheese. You don't change your mind and suddenly go, hang on a minute, I'm gonna fuck this.
Yes.
This is a premeditated.
Yeah, he knew it.
The
cheese
whole
banging.
saran wrap thing, 100%.
Yeah.
He was never eating that mac and cheese.
Yeah. So what I'm like, it sounds like he had pre-nut clarity.
I love how you're building this.
Do you know what I mean? And then he did it and he was like, yeah, that's exactly what I expected it to be.
100% from Florida.
Yeah. He had an idea. He went with
Florida man
it.
fucks macaroni and cheese in
But like, so it's really fucking hard to get mac and cheese a level temperature.
Yeah,
He took some risks there, man.
Oh, fuck.
Or he let it set. And he's just I'm going to be honest.
That's worse because it's like in that point he was like, I got to make sure it's the perfect temperature. He's got one of those things that you put in meat. You know,
It's just the elbow. That's about
He's just
ready
like-
for me.
There's way too much prep in here. For
He
it
did
to
this to
not
write
be
this
like an
post.
interesting fuck either.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking resistant is mac and cheese going to be?
But your after wank snack is right there.
It's even cheesier when
So
you're done.
the story continues.
Oh, fuck it off.
So I promptly stuffed the spilled macaroni back into the mug, tried the best I could to scrub the butter stains off my sheets, and put the mug in my desk drawer and was determined to just forget about the filthy act. Throw it away. Go put it in the bin.
I'm
if you
happy
wanna
he
do
didn't
it.
eat it.
Yeah. But he fucked it in bed?
A few hours later...
He's a monster.
Then came the creme caramel.
A few hours later, I opened up my desk drawer, saw the mug, and went back for seconds.
Why did you? Where was the cleanup act? You fucking monster!
But by that point,
why did you put the obviously weird fucking thing that you're going to come across again? That's going to remind you of this heinous act.
Yeah.
In a place that you're going to find it moments later.
Well, it's a Hulk Hogan mug. You can't just chuck it away.
Fucking, clean it and get rid. Like, put it in a normal fucking. I don't know. That is not his only Hogan mug either. Let's be honest, he didn't use the good one, did he? Fuck it.
Right, next one, the paint job.
Wait, not next one. Because also, sorry, because I just do want to flash back. What porn do you think he was watching?
he says porn, but it's going to be Hulk Hogan, isn't it?
I'm going to bang a mac and cheese. Do you know what I mean? Like, but look, there's a romance to the way you eat ramen. There isn't to the, like,
You make
Toad
love
in
to
the
ramen.
Hole. That's the name of a whole dish.
Wait. You could be romantic with Toad in the Hole because it's covered in dicks.
This is my point, Ben. I don't know if covered in dicks is the entry point for romance.
It's covered in cocks.
Right, this one's called the paint job.
Okay.
As a teenager, I had a summer job as a maintenance guy. I was ordered to paint the inside walls of this coffee shop, which was closed and boarded up for renovations. At that age, I had to fap several times a day, and when I felt the urge, I had to comply immediately.
I mean, you don't have to.
You don't have to at all.
Addiction. Got a problem.
Addiction. So naturally, I came into the paint bucket. No.
Not naturally. Not naturally.
Whoa. So naturally, I came into the paint bucket at least 3 times a day.
But also, he's not getting that much painting done if he hasn't used the whole tin in a day.
Yeah, you got.
I mean, it hides
He does
evidence.
keep filling it up.
But wouldn't it be great if later there was like a murder in the cafe and the police came in to do forensics and they were like, this guy came everywhere. Who fucking painted these walls? Do you know what I mean?
At a certain point, does like whatever you paint become family? If there's that much fucking coming in.
It took me several days to finish the job since I did it alone with a paintbrush. So I painted a coffee house with my cum. This happened over 10 years ago. I visited the place a few years ago and it made me chuckle. Not even ashamed of it. It's just funny.
You're a serial killer.
It's also weird.
You were coming and painting things and going.
ultra weird. This one's called Holy Wank. Just to really change the subject. I had a good old wank in a Hindu temple. Not in the bathroom either. twice. And the Vatican, that one was in the bathroom.
Good for you.
I didn't really feel bad about that one, though. It was essentially premeditated, unlike the temple fap.
Problem is, you're not the only guy that day who had a wank in the Vatican bathroom. So did every priest.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Over kids.
Yeah, watching Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I mean, much like that cafe, the walls in there are covered in cum.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But the Hindu temple, I kind of feel like that's not okay.
I don't know why, but my line was, I was like, bro, come on. But then Vatican City, the center of Christendom, I'm like, you're fine.
Yeah, I feel like I want a lot of these guys who write into to be dead within a month. But
Oh, it's highly likely that they didn't survive.
I mean, this next one absolutely will be. It's called Hot Pocket. Warmed up a Hot Pocket, tried to fuck it. Didn't really work out too well, so he ate it.
Listen, waste not, want not, yeah? Times are hard.
Wasty waste. I don't like these people. I don't like anyone of them. Not one of them. Maybe the guy who fucking went in the Hindu temple.
He's he just likes blasphemy.
Yeah, that's what does it for him. Yeah. He's just going to holy sites and wanking off. I mean,
yeah, that's.
I hope they've got a fucking picture of him in Mecca. Like, don't let me.
Then he didn't survive.
Yeah.
All right, this one's called Morning Drink. A female friend and I shared a hotel room after a concert. She's in the other bed. Her half-full water glass was on the bedside table in between our beds.
Okay.
I fapped very early in the morning, but didn't want to get out of bed to deposit my load in the sink or toilet.
Fair enough.
So I put it in the glass of water, like I do at home if there's a glass around. That's...
Wait.
Are you wearing any item of clothing?
Why do people do weird stuff like this?
Can we rewind the story? Wait, did he have a wank while his friend was asleep in the room?
Yes.
Sexual assault again, bro.
Weird.
And then what? He just jizzed in some water.
He's just got a habit of putting it in the glass.
I both love and hate these people because it's the way their brains think in these moments of pure chaos. And that's the decision.
But it makes
This isn't pure chaos. These guys are guys who are just like,
that to me.
That's the sound of chaos.
Inside one person, not a scene. Do you know what I mean?
Thing is, okay, if you wake up and your mate is, even if he's turned away the other side and he's obviously like, I just got to make through the night. Do you go, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to pretend like I can't hear? Or are you like, hey, stop it. Like you spray him with water like a dog.
Honestly, with the way culture's gone now, I get my phone out, I start filming, I put it on the internet.
Nah, you hold it. That's leverage.
No, you just kind of cough a little bit and just kind of like, oh yeah,
No, I
still
don't be that
awake.
middle ground guy.
No?
Nah, I wouldn't be that.
What do you do?
Join in. I don't know. I can spoon him.
Why are we talking about this?
But if it's happened to you,
okay? Like, do we need to feel
have you heard this?
Why didn't we started this fucking show?
It's not okay for your friends to do this shit to you. Like, you can
Yeah,
beat
I
them
might
up.
make it clear. I've never been in this situation, hence the confusion as to what one would do.
right, so yeah, just going about this one. The guy wanked and put jizz in her glass.
Oh, fuck, was that not finished?
No, it wasn't
Oh, what?
finished. There was still a bit more. So
Why
I
don't you call
rolled
it like cummy dentures?
Well, it's called Morning Drink.
She's going to drink the cum, man. This is
So I rolled over to go back to sleep, fully intending to throw it out later before my friend woke up. I forgot and woke up to my friend saying there's some weird shit in my water after she'd already taken a sip. That's about 25 years ago. We're still friends, but to this day.
You're a lucky fucker.
It's not okay.
Seek religion.
Yeah.
But not with the jizzy guy.
Yeah.
Stay away from that
So
guy.
much cum.
There's a lot of cum. We have this is like the focal point for the cum stories.
Right.
We've thrown them all in.
Usually it's a lot of poo.
Yeah,
on
we've
this
herded
show.
them. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that it's not poo.
Yeah.
Although I'm not that guy that's cum.
No, we haven't improved things.
I think my favourite stories are just the loogies.
I'll end on this one because it's really good and short. This is called The Good Book, so no real clues. One of the first times I fapped, I wasn't really sure of the projectile force of which semen leaves the urethra. Technical, I like it.
Okay, Dad's a
I
doctor.
had taken a break from my Bible study homework. Yep, shot the load straight up and it came down in the Good Book with great vengeance. Go to hell.
This is like a prequel to the guy, like 20 years later, he's wanking in the Vatican.
It's all coming together.
So what stories have we had today?
So we had someone did a shit on a car. We had a secret dildo that caused a divorce. We had the pool double dipper, and Brad ruined Christmas. So, what is our favourite story today, guys? Because whoever wrote in the favourite story is going to win an exclusive Thread of Gentlemen
Wait,
t-shirt.
how did Brad ruin Christmas again?
Some people drew
Nazi
swastikas on his face.
Nah, I don't think you get a win for that one.
No, you don't get that.
There's no competition.
I like the diver.
It was nice and simple.
Double diver.
I like Roy's dad's secret because if dad discovered that he is gay and wants to go live a better life,
Yeah,
Good for
had a
him.
good
God
end to
bless
the
you for
story.
taking this to a wholesome place.
I don't usually do that. You put a moral twist on it, and I'm.
yeah, like
It's weird up here.
This isn't the cesspool that we usually go swimming in.
this guy done a shit. This guy done Nazi stuff, and the other guy was fucking himself.
I don't believe that. As soon as Can you imagine
That is the trailer for the show.
Oh, fuck me. I'm going for Pukol because it's poo in a car. It's just a fucking log on a car. Do you know what's funny is that, like, do you reckon there were, like, people were walking past in the morning who were going, oh, fuck that car.
Yeah, terrible times.
Also, like, it's the worst time in the day to discover anything negative.
Yeah, but could you imagine that?
time, is there, to see a
Well,
poo
no,
on
no,
a
but
pig?
I wake up in the morning and I'd be like, that's the time if you want to get me to kill myself.
Yeah.
Right, just,
Wake
just,
up.
oh my God, fuck mornings.
It's before bed for me because I'm like, you know what? Maybe this forever.
You give us with one hand, you take us with the other. Fuck.
I'm stuck between Roy's dad's secret and the diver because the diver was so different for us because there was no poo in it.
Wait, so what did you go for?
I went for the diver.
I think I might have to level with it, dildo. It's got to be dildo for me, between wet
But
dad
you
and
were,
dildo.
you were the poo on the car though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be poo on the car in my heart, but like, for the sake of a vote, like, you know.
Well, I mean, listen, as like
the poo on the car is the green
guest-
part.
Don't bring it all on me.
Wibbly wobbly dildo also has a return to the crime scene, which I'm all about that life.
You know what I mean?
It also could have gone any direction.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I think, listen, it's going up to the audience. Check out our Instagram. We'll put it up on there, and you guys decide, and then the winner will send a t-shirt out to you. But if you have stories that you want us to read out, please send into stories@thethreadofgentlemen.com. We are on Facebook, Instagram. Check us out, latest YouTube. Like and subscribe.
OnlyFans coming, I'm telling you.
There you go. Yeah.
We've got
It's going to be me with a Hulk Hogan cup. Guys, thank you so much for listening.
Muchas gracias.
Sam, thank you so much for coming and being
Thanks,
involved.
Thank you for having me, guys. Cheers.
Cool. And you can catch Sam across London. If you go on his socials, there will be dates coming up. We will be there.
At Sam J Golin on Instagram only.
Fantastic. We will see you there. Guys, thank you so much for listening. All the best.
Adios.
Bye.
Peace.